Okay, may I introduce our new software? It's called Label It. Label It was basically made to be used with our material, our ink, and our rolls of material to create name tags. It takes a few seconds sometimes to come on because there is a slight delay. And once Label It comes up, it always comes up with type line 1. Now, to go through Label It is quite easy. It's very, very simple. We'll go to the top left-hand corner, and it's got, we press on Create a Label, and underneath there we've got Image Only. If we click on Image Only, that means that we can go to the right-hand side, Use Image. There's a little square box at the top of Use Image, and we click on there and the image will appear onto the actual label. So if we wanted to click and create a dog, we click on the dog and the dog appears on the label. Very, very simple. All the images are in the picture folder of the computer. They're all in a JPEG format. Anybody who wants to install whatever logo you can do by installing it in My Pictures, and as soon as it goes in My Pictures, the software will log on to it and bring it into the library into Label It. It automatically reduces the picture to fit in the label, whatever size of label we're using at the time, without you doing anything at all. As long as the picture that is installed into My Pictures is clear and crisp, it will appear clear and crisp onto the label. If it's fuzzy, it'll appear fuzzy. So what you install into My Pictures is sucked into Label It software, and Label It software then is allowed to create the label that you, when and whenever you want to do. Now, once you've, the next line, the next across is one line. If you click on one line, it just says type one line. You can actually type any name. The majority of sales will be one name only. So we'll just type a name. Using the keyboard, or you could actually type in anything you like. Now, once you've created it and you make sure the spaces are right, you can actually go to the font box, click on the font box and change the font to whatever you like, whatever you're happy with. Obviously, giving the customer too much choice sometimes can mean too much wasted time. So once you've created the font and the customer's happy, that's it. Okay, if you wanted to do 2 lines, you could click on 2 lines and the line would go up and down, so you can put a name of a mobile phone number, you could put the name of a nursing home. Now, just to explain about Label It software, it always prints in the middle of the label. Whatever length of label or whatever length of name that you print, it will reduce to fit in the one line. If it looks too small, then you can obviously change it to 2 lines or 3 lines. If we move along to 3 lines, again, it gives you 3 lines. Each line can be a different font. It's completely versatile. You're not stuck with one font for the whole 3 lines. You can create whatever you wanted to. Again, line 1, line 2, and line 3 all come when you want to put an image in. Just by the Use Image box on the right-hand side, you can click on that. Once you put the tick, click on the image, and the image will be inserted into the label automatically. Very quick, very simple, no waste of time. Now, the last line on the box is address labels. The whole idea of our Label It software is not just to do name tags, it's to do a complete printing system for the retailer. It might want to do swing tickets, it might want to do address labels, it might want to do name tags. The information can be created for whatever label he wants to use and whatever choice he wants to make at that particular time. Going along the box again from address labels, we've got select label size. Now on select label size, you click on the box. The box will appear. Now, just to show you what I mean, if we go to line 1, click on line 1, then go to select label size. Line 1 allows a number of labels to be created. We've got feet, we've got price tickets, we've got big T, we've got little t. We've even got sizes for labels that go on trophy labels, metallized labels, using our new resin ink that allows us to produce a label that looks like a plate, like an engraved plate, an engraved trophy plate. So the whole idea of the software is to create a package that can cater for every need at any time or whatever application the retailer wants to use at that particular time. With schools these days, lots of people want their badges put onto their name tags. Young children perhaps don't even know their name, can't read their name, but they know the dog or what animal is associated with the garment that's on their name tag. It belongs to them, so that's how useful those pictures can be. Right, if I go across to copies, once you've created your label, you can print the quantity that you may want to do. You've got copies from 1 to whatever. Obviously, we do various types of labels in lots of 10s when you only print 1 lot of 10. So the label is set up so that you can't make any mistakes. So once you install 10s, if you want to print 50, it goes to 50, you're printing 5 lots of 10. If you have single labels and you want to put 50 in, you put 50, it prints 50 single labels. It's all set up. The software will allow 3 printers to be attached to the computer at one particular time. So you could have 1 printer set up to do feet labels, 1 printer to do name tags, 1 printer to do woven labels as well. So all that you would do in that case is change whatever you want to print at a particular time, go to printer and set it to printer 1, 2 or 3, whichever you've got the media installed into. Underneath there, we also have an adjustment. For the first time ever, we've got an adjustment so that whatever label's been installed, whichever label it is, that you can actually move the print up or down so that it goes in the right spot for your particular application. That fine adjustment it makes the big difference between making a normal label or a perfect label. One of the great things these days about our software is that it's multinational. Bottom left-hand corner, you'll see a box where you click on the box, and we've got various languages. We've got English, US, French, German, Polish, Irish, and Spanish. On these, it actually changes the keyboard and gives us all the accents, the fodders, and all the little icons that are needed sometimes when you have a name from, say, a Polish name or a German name, to actually make it a perfect label so that person knows exactly what's what, and it does say their name.